So we got this book, the flabbergasting facts again, and I figured I'd just sit here and read through them and entertain you for 15 minutes while you fall asleep, hopefully. So, because their faces glow in the dark, oh no, that doesn't say faces, because their feces glow in the dark, lemmings always defecate underground. We're off to a really good start. Aren't you glad you clicked this video and not any other one? 10% of British train toilets flush directly onto the tracks. Before trains had corridors, ticket inspectors had to clamber along the outside of the carriage. I mean, does tickets need inspecting that badly? Were they really, like, jumping the barriers in the... Well, I don't know how long it's been since they had corridors. So I don't know if they were really jumping the barriers back then, who knows. Anyway, more than 20% of people commuting by train to London have to stand all the way. That's unlucky. In the 40 minutes it takes the average commuter in the world to get to work, the ISS travels the distance from London to Australia. London to Australia. I guess it depends which way up they are on the ISS. Anyway, and the time it takes to listen to the proclaimers, I'm gonna be 500 miles. The ISS travels 500 miles, then 500 more. At least that one's not poo related. News of the Battle of Trafalgar travelled 1,100 miles to London in 17 days. In the 17th century, Christmas turkeys walked from East Anglia to London in 3 months. The Gom War was fought in Tanzania between two communities of chimpanzees. Sounds like British politics. Yeah, for the humour, not for the ASMR, obviously. In 1928, the US, the UK and Germany signed a treaty to end all war. Convenient. In the Second World War, the Allies used a ghost army of inflatable tanks to trick the Germans. I've heard that before, actually, that's not new. I guess they were, the Germans probably felt a bit deflated when they found out. Come on, this is still quality. Stormtroopers from Star Wars Lego sets outnumbered the planet's real soldiers by 50 to 1. I guess that's a lot of stormtroopers. The online encyclopedia dedicated to Lego is called Wikipedia. Echolalia is the urge to imitate what someone has just said in exactly the same voice. Now, is that like imitating it properly, or is that when you're like there with your siblings and you're like, like, are we talking precise here, or are we talking taking the mic? A beauty contest held in Singapore in 1998 awarded 60% of the marks for knowledge of the internet. I mean, pretty niche topic in 1998. Hundreds of victims of the Great Singapore Penis Panic of 1967 feared their penises were shrinking away. A dozen of the sufferers were women. I'm gonna have to mute the word penis repeatedly. And what's really annoying is I've said penis again, so every time I say penis, I'm gonna have to mute the word penis. Ad-friendly content. Men looking at pictures of 2 women. Men looking at pictures of 2 men and a woman. I'm not going to read that one. I've just read where that goes. We're going to move down a little bit. Reducing the price of a pizza in France from €8 to €7.99 increased sales by 15%. See, if you wanted marketing tips, you'd be on my actual TikTok page. But here I am, dishing them out on ASMR. Pizza sales shot up in Colorado after the state legalized a drug. I'm not going to say what drug, because talking about drugs is probably bad. This probably won't make it in. In 1935, the mayor of New York banned the sale of artichokes to ruin a mafia boss. Fair play. Good on him. In 2010, the Great Sprout Drought increased the price per pound of Brussels sprouts in Britain, almost to that of a turkey. I don't mind a Brussels sprout, I'm not a big fan. What about you? And then let me know in the comments. Brussels sprouts or turkeys? Who would win? No, I'm just picturing like hundreds of Brussels sprouts rolling down a hill and like turkeys. You get the point. The oldest written is called dinner. There's some very, very sadistic people out there. After noticing that she washed up barehanded, Margaret Thatcher's and the Queen rubber gloves for Christmas. Cool, I guess. The Queen's advisors persuaded her not to allow the Loch Ness monster to be named Elizabethia Nessia. The Queen was keen to accept an offer to be president of the George Formby Appreciation Society, but her advisors deemed it inappropriate. The Queen owns a drive-through McDonald's in Slough. Why Slough? Of all the places you could own a drive-through McDonald's. Why Slough? Because chicken McNuggets are sold in sets of 6, 9 or 20, the largest number you can't buy is 43. There's a maths business there that is far beyond my GCSE maths. People who are good at maths, I'm not going to read that one. Does this even have an age rating? Because some of these are definitely not advertiser friendly. You eat more when your kitchen is messy. Fair enough, if you're on a diet, there you go. Clean your kitchen, you scruff. Nearly half the seafood bought in the US is thrown away. That's not good for the environment, for anyone. I saw Seaspiracy on Netflix, come on, sort it out. More fish is eaten in China than in the following 10 countries combined. There's no countries that follow that, so I don't know what the point is. 56 species of fish can be sold as snapper in US restaurants. 50 species of microbe live inside your belly button. Not you specifically, but like belly buttons. There are at least 500,000 species of nematode worm yet to be discovered. Interesting. A new fish discovered in Australia in 2015. I was named something that I can't say because it's a naughty word. This book is a terrible choice to read on an ASMR channel. The largest land animal that ever lived was a dinosaur named Dreadnoughtus. After Barack Obama visited Kenya in 2015, 2 women named their sons Air Force One. The main street in the capital of Kosovo is called Bill Clinton Boulevard. Is this the people with a lack of imagination section or something? Bulgaria has a special agency that fires anti-hail rockets into the sky. Finland has the highest density of metal bands in the world. The unhappiest country in the world is Burundi. Indonesians are the world's shortest people. The world's firmest handshakes belong to the Swedes. Thanks to the Swedish Tourist Association, you can speak to a random Swede at any time by calling +46 771 793 336. There you go, give them a ring. Hey, how you doing? What's happening? How's Sweden? Cool, nice one. The UN's official definition of a tourist is someone who stays in a country more than 24 hours, but less than 6 months. The Longguan Buddhist temple in China has a robotic monk called Worthy Stupid Robot Monk, designed to talk to tourists. Fair, I wouldn't want to talk to tourists either, so if you can get a robot to do it, we're one step closer to, Terminator and Skynet, aren't we? Items in English on menus in China include a lot of things I'm not going to read out on camera. Lifts in Singapore are fitted with urine detectors. If triggered, the lift stops and the police are called. That had to be enough of a problem for that to be installed. What's wrong with you people? Just don't urinate in a lift. You are not allowed to travel in a lift with liquid nitrogen, okay? No urinating, and definitely no urinating with liquid nitrogen. Fear of lifts can be overcome by eating all your meals inside one. I mean, if someone sat in a lift eating like 3 full scranning on like 3 full meals, then I can really start to see why they probably need to go to the bathroom in there. Don't see the need for the liquid nitrogen yet though. A bibliophobia is the fear of running out of something to read. of caterpillars. Don't get that one. Okay. People with more friends have a higher tolerance for pain. In Japan, you can rent friends. So, essentially, what we have learned here is that if you go to Japan, and you have enough money, you can rent immunity to pain. I think we just discovered the world's first superpower you can buy. What better place to leave it than that? I hope you're asleep so you don't have to listen to all of that. But if you're still awake, I'm sorry. There's plenty of other ASMR artists, so maybe they'll do a better job. Good night.